questions?
Yes.
For a scenario question. If committees are given a budget, correct? Depending on the event, every committee is given a budget for what they do. What if one person goes over their budget? How will you reimburse them?
Okay, so the whole point of the proposal budget sheet is for everyone, each committee or the committee head to turn in that sheet and see exactly everything, what they're gonna buy, what they need, anything potential things, and the prices. And the budget I give them, they have to work with that, and if they want more, that sheet's gonna explain why. And if it works, then, I mean, if what they need goes over, then yeah, I would allow it after consulting with the board. And if they do go over, let's say, without writing things down, then no, I'm not gonna reimburse them because they didn't write it down and they didn't explain why they need it.
All right, so I have a question. So given that you're on board for this year and you guys see kind of the way board works, in regard to the treasurer position, can you point out the kind of like the flaws or kind of the issues that we've had with the current treasurer, and how would you improve that for next year?
So one thing I didn't really see a lot of is really a budget sheet. So a monthly budget sheet or a weekly. So the treasurer should always know how much is in the account. Same thing with the rest of the board. They should always know how much we have in the account, and how much we can spend, and things that we can plan for. So that's why I want to do the budget proposal, because that gives the rest of the board and committee heads an idea of how much things cost and how much they can spend, because we don't have an unlimited budget. So that's what really I would want to change.
Any other questions? Go ahead.
So I just have another question. It's another scenario question. Let's say one of the e-board members are driving to an event, driving GBMers. Let's say you reimburse them for gas, correct?
Depending on the events.
Depending on the events. Okay, now let's say on the events that you're reimbursing for gas, let's say the person has a flat tire. Now, will that e-board member pay for that flat tire, go to that event, or will you guys reimburse for that flat tire?
That would be something discussed with board. But as far as I know, that isn't part of our responsibility that their car had a flat tire. We would help them subsidize it if possible, but we would pay for the whole thing because it's definitely not our car. But obviously that has to be discussed with board.
What's your...
My own opinion, the best we can do is subsidize it, like maybe a bit, but not pay for it.
Any other questions, Mr. Sidney?
Do you have any fundraising or new fundraising ideas for BSA next year?
So one thing I've always wanted to do is bowling. One of my friends did it as a fundraiser, and that raised a lot of money. But it's something that I've never gotten to do. It's something I'm looking forward to do. And with fundraisers, I'm planning to do it bi-monthly. So it's not every month, it's every 2 months. So it'll be about 2 fundraisers a semester.
So, and on the topic of fundraisers, have you thought of any specific goal of how much money you want to project for next year?
I would have to go over what we have and what we can spend and what we need throughout the year in order to come up with.
Julian?
From what I know that BSA wants to start their own BCN, right? How would you as treasurer try to help budget and plan the financial aspect of BCN?
So with BCN, we would go through AS for an event, I guess, for a proposal to get money for that certain event. And then on top of that, I would contact UCSD and UBSA for any props they have to limit the cost. And looking for sponsors, that's another big thing, because they can either give us money or they can provide us things. Like let's say for LEIs, we can go to a place and they can just sponsor, and we'll just have them as advertisement, and they can sponsor us as LEI instead of us purchasing it.
Any last questions for Cindy? No? Last call? All right. Thank you, Cindy, for